gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Oh, here we go.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Really was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Prescott. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. mark down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. To throw is Darnold. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
The Carolina Panthers picked up Tommy Tremble in the 3rd round from Notre Dame. This is a tight end with terrific upside, a tremendous blocker, now showing good hands on that catch for a 1st down.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Open space inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Alex Erickson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play calls.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Touchdown! Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year, and the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. These two teams all tied after one. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Taking a shot here for Marshall. He's got a man complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there for Carolina. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
McCaffrey going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got through, but could not get the ball over the chalk. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. second and goal from the 1. Now Darnold keeps it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bart.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go for it on fourth and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Darnold. Touchdown, Carolina! Terrace Marshall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Elliott running left. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option. Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? On first down, Elliott. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Sam Franklin there on the tackle. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first and 10, Darnold.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Penn State, Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down now, it's Elliott. Fights through it, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jackson now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Yeah, give him some credit there, able to turn nothing into something as he spins forward for a gain of about 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And Marshall's got it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And Anderson's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. The offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold.
He's got Anderson right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 46 yards. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
The analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back now in Arlington. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go to Elliott again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott to throw it. And that's Elliott, complete. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone. And then
that ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. But the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 46 yards. And the Cowboys, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. That will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try to snatch a victory.
Here's McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 38. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Darnold to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Darnold.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this?
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. the touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now Pollard. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. They had just lost the lead. That didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Will that score you just added on the board will energize them? Or do they have to go back out there in their entire unit? We'll soon see.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Cowboys, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.